I'm going for a couple different full sets. I especially love video game conventions because you can make those deals. Cash really helps get you discounts, and you might see some of those like rare or uncommon games all in one spot. So that's exactly what happened at the Game and Geek Expo, because right away, this one right here, this G.I. Joe game, a real American hero. This has been on my list for quite some time because I have the second game, and I always get confused on which one I had, which one I didn't have. And now I'm so excited because I want to play this one before I actually dive in deeper into the other one. So this is, you know, a little bit more of like a pricey game, but I definitely got it for a great deal. This is better than most games, I will say. I love the different characters. I love how you get to switch anytime. This is super nostalgic. And I just love how you're like going through this side-scrolling, this like run and gun, this platforming game, and you have like weapons in combat. So this one really does like take a really cool course, and I'm really excited because even though this game was around $100, which I got it for far less, this one is definitely a fun one. So this is definitely worth it in your collection. And now I can't wait to dive into both of the games and just see which one I like a little bit better, the first or the second. Now you might actually find not so great games. So this one right here is just one that I couldn't really find with like a real clean label or anything like this. But this is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know what they were thinking with this game, but they definitely missed it. So this is definitely known for being one of the like worst games, this terrible game. You get to play as Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, and you know, as you're going around, they are like different playthroughs. I feel like maybe if they tried something a little bit different, it could have been even just a tad bit better. But, you know, this is just one of those like infamous bad games that I'm excited that I did not pay that much. So, you know, buying both of these together really helped out because I did not want to pay a lot for this really bad game. Surprisingly, this one right here, this Sky Shark game, it says nobody ever said it would be easy. This one is a pretty enjoyable game. So on the more inexpensive side, you can get it for like less than $10, especially if you love these like shooter games. This is your typical vertical shooting scroller game. You have these power-ups, you have these different bombs, and the bombs can really help. Now I love the soundtrack of this game so far as to what I'm playing. And for a cheaper game, it's definitely fun. So it does have this challenging part to it. It's a rather good game. But I like how challenging it is with the different enemy patterns, and you have to kind of like learn as you go. But this one's definitely an enjoyable game that, you know, so far it's just easy just to pop right in and play. And this is one that I'll definitely be back exploring it a little bit more. Now what I've come to realize at some of these video game conventions, as you're digging through these games, you really want to try and bundle those deals. Because if you could save a few dollars, it's practically like you're getting some of these inexpensive games for free, kind of like a buy two get one. And I just love taking advantage of those deals on the second day, because at these conventions the second day is where most of the deals happen. People don't want to pack up all this stuff, they want to make those last minute sales. So that's where I got a lot of these games at, was just a couple booths that I was going through, and I really saved because I think I got a couple of these pretty much for free. So this one right here, Star Force. This is another game, kind of reminds me similar of like Sky Shark, but of course it's like not as good. So this one is a pretty inexpensive game. Once again, the vertical scrolling shooter. This one is geared towards one player. You have 24 different levels, a variety of enemies, but I feel like everything kind of looks similar throughout, and just a quick little pick up and play would be a lot of fun. But anything further than that, I don't really see me like replaying this one multiple times, just because there are better shoot 'em ups and better scroller shooters and everything else on the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is another one that I'm not too fond of either, so I feel like the cover here, even the box art, really make this game look so much better. But it's like a generic baseball game. You have Bases Loaded 2 second season. I feel like there are better titles to play on the NES. You know, some of the ones that I grew up with, like RBI Baseball, Baseball Simulator. I feel like those are like the better options to go. But once again, getting like some of these games for free, you cannot beat that. This one right here is one that I feel like some people might remember getting these educational games. We have Sesame Street, Big Bird's Hide and Speak. Big Bird talks and plays with you. So this is the first talking game for the NES. So I thought that that was very interesting. We've seen it with other systems too, like the Vectrex, you know, Spike and Molly. I just remember that it kind of stands out having like that like out of place voice, but this was really big when it comes to video games. So this one's really cool and definitely notable for that. Now some of these I didn't really know what to expect. I thought we were going gambling. So this is Casino Kid, and it looks, you know, this whole like little scene looks like something I could have just like plastered together with some clip art. But anyway, this game is much different than it actually looks. So the cover isn't the greatest, definitely misleading, but it's different than what I expected. There is an actual storyline, so I do like that. So you have to walk around and talk and just go strategically. There is like blackjack, poker, and some other things in this, but you pretty much have to like go around and talk. There is some sort of like order, some sort of like method to the madness, as I would say. So this is definitely an interesting one that I'm not sure I want to dive into a little more. Now this one, I expected something a little bit different. This is Caesar's Palace, and there's not really too much to it. You just play the particular games. So it's basic, these like luck-based, you know, minus the poker. You just have some different options as you're going through this game, but it doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot going on. But the one that I do prefer a little more would probably be this Vegas Dream game. So this one, you do have 4 main games: blackjack, roulette, slot machine, and keno. And you do have these like interactions with strangers. So I feel like this is a better option compared to that. But I feel like a lot of these like gambling games, they just don't hold that same appeal. You know, because when you're a kid, you dream of this stuff. You dream of going to Vegas and all that. And then when you're an adult, if you play a slot machine, or if you've, you know, scratched something off and you've lost, or even if you've won, that has more of an appeal as to a particular video game. So definitely excited with this lot here because I really wanted this G.I. Joe game. This is one that I cannot tell you how long I've been searching for this game. I did not want to pay eBay prices or just order it online. I really wanted to dive into it, and I'm just so pumped. It's hard to find, you know, some of these like white label games in really clean shape. So this one is very, very clean, and I got it from one of the great booths there that just had so much when it comes to video games, displays, standees, and just so much more. So I want to know, what game are you excited for in this lot? Did you play any of these, you know, less expensive games growing up? And which one really holds true to your heart? So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos and stay tuned for more.